What's up, guys? Is your guy Dr. Guru? You can call me Toby O Nelson. That's actually my name, but my nickname is Dr. Guru. So, I have something very powerful to show you. Something very powerful to show you that I have been doing for years, and it's one of the major things that changed my game completely when it comes to trading, and that is using supply and demand with price action. Okay, when you incorporate price action with supply and demand, uh, the sky is going to be your limit. As a matter of fact, I can tell you that for free. Okay, but there are things I actually want to also address you on before I show you this strategy. See, let me tell you something. Forex is actually a game of simplicity. Okay, I've seen a lot of people, especially people traders that use smart money concepts and started using a lot of terminology like liquidity graph, supply and demand, fair value gap, all those kind of things. See, all those things will just scatter your head. Let me just be sincere with you. All those grammar basically means nothing. Most of the times, what they are basically talking about is supply and demand area, which is basically support and resistance. And as a matter of fact, trading should be taken uh, with simplicity. The three key things that you need to know, that you need to always follow is that first of all, make sure your strategy, your trading technical analysis is simple. Don't complicate things. Second thing, try to understand uh, risk management. And when they talk about risk management, I'm not talking about lot size alone. Okay, lot size is there, but also making reference to what's it called? Understanding each of these pairs and their peak value. There are some pairs that have high peak value. If you are trading a small account, there are some pairs that you shouldn't be taking, like GBP JPY. Okay, you just discover that you trade GBP JPY and you set a stop loss and you discover that you lose a huge money from that stop loss, despite the fact that you try to make it as small as you can. It is because the peak value of these pairs are somehow high, GBP USD as well, and some other pairs like that. Okay, exception to these pairs that have high peak value is your AUD USD, AUD CAD, New Zealand dollar. But I don't trade those kind of pairs. I don't trade some of these pairs. I don't trade most of these pairs. But the thing is, you need to be careful with the pairs that you are trading, especially if you are trading with a small account. Okay, and the third thing is patience. A lot of you don't have patience. You just jump into trade. You don't wait for everything to align before you take trades. These are bad things. These are bad character as a trader, and it will be very difficult for you to make money if you are doing this. So I will advise you to pay close attention to your strategy. Make it simple. Make your analysis simple. Don't get it complicated. Forget about those jargons that SMC traders are using. I'm not a fan of SMC. I'm not saying it's not working. A lot of people are using SMC and it's working fine. Yeah, but I'm not a fan of SMC. They just make things complicated. Okay, mark your support and resistance level, which is basically your supply and demand zone. Look for price action to come to that area. Take your trade. It's that simple. There's nothing really difficult. But the major thing is understand the general trend of the market and trade along the trend. It's that simple. All you just have to do is to make sure that you are not losing too much. And when you are in a trade that is profitable, maximize it. Hold on to it. Maybe you will be moving your stop loss gradually so that if anything happens, at least you are not going to lose everything completely. Maximize it. Okay? You don't just make things difficult. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. Then the most important part of this whole thing is, because I've seen a lot of people have been asking me, especially if you live in if you are in Africa, if you are in this part of this continent, or you are in a country where, or anywhere around the world where you are struggling to get a broker that is reliable. The broker I use, that I recommend that you use, is Xness. The link is in the description below. You can check it, click and register. And what I like about the broker is the fact that it makes things easy for me. I can easily transfer money to my, if I want to deposit, I just transfer money into my broker accounts from my phone easily. And if I want to withdraw, my own is just to click on withdraw. They will ask me for my account details and I put it, and then I get the money back into my account. I will receive alert. Okay, so if you are struggling with a good broker, I will advise you to check the link in my description, use it, register, and you can read the review up. If you click on the link, check the reviews and see. That is what I use. There is no hide, there is no secret about that. That is what I use, and I just feel that a lot of people have been entering my DM to ask me, oh sir, what broker do you use, what broker do you recommend, and I think I should uh tell you guys. Okay, so before I move to my computer screen and show you how to use supply and demand with price action, I will advise or suggest or subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Okay, this is going to be of great advantage to you and to me as well, because there are so many videos on that I will be putting on the channel. I already have some that is going to be very helpful, and there are so many other things I will still be putting out here for you to learn from. Okay, what are some of the things I do? So subscribe to the channel, and if you don't want to subscribe, at least try to like the video. Just try to like the video. That will make YouTube to push the video to more people, so it can reach more people. So you can do that for me. So let's get to my computer screen now.
Okay, so now your support or your supply and demand zones are your major key levels, which is basically also known as resistant and support level. Okay, so if you want to mark out those things, and funny enough, these key levels are very important when you are trading. Should be the first thing you do. Okay, so what I would advise you to do is come to a higher time frame and look for the recent supply and demand zone. Okay, these are areas where price go to and then drop or move forward from there. So if you look at this now, the recent supply zone is going to be this area, and the recent demand zone is going to be this area or this area or this area. So we are going to mark those areas out for you to see. So let's mark this. You mark the first one, which is your, I love it, okay, like this. So this is your first. And another thing is you can look to your other side like this to see if this area has been tested multiple times. If you draw this out, you will see that it has been tested multiple times. But let's just focus on what is going on within the present in the moment. So the second area is going to be this, okay, and then this. I would like to move this down a little bit. And then the last part is this area. Okay, so this is your supply zone. This is a demand zone. You can see price got here, move forward. Price got here, push forward. This is another demand zone. Okay, and then price got here severally. This is a very strong demand zone. If you look from to this side, you see that it was tested and then move forward as well. So after you mark all these things, then come to a lower time frame to better understand what is going on there. Okay, so now as you can see, funny enough, I would love to trade this kind of trade because the price is actually making on a higher time frame. It's actually making it's actually made a double top, which is kind of reversal pattern. All I will just do is, or advise you to do in this kind of situation, if you have been following my strategy, is to put your trend line here. Put your trend line here, okay? Come to a weekly time frame to better see what is going on, okay? So if you look at your weekly time frame, you will see that okay, those key areas have been marked. All you just have to do is to wait for this your price to come to this area, this resistance or supply zone before you sell, or come to your demand zone before you buy. Okay, but I won't just buy from supply or demand zone. I wait for some kind of price action pattern. Like here now, this is a double top here. So I would love to sell this kind of trade now. I will love to sell this kind of trade now. And if the price was here, you can see this is a double bottom. I would love to buy this kind of trade. So these are the things that I will be looking at if I am to trade a supply or demand zone, which I will also advise you to do. You know, I look at price action a lot. I consider price action a lot. But now, if I will take this trade is still at a supply zone, and here it is very advisable to sell from this angle. So if you come to daily time frame, look at what happened. Okay, if you come to lower time frame, you can see the price is pushing from don't forget this at a at let me say at higher time frame, don't forget this is a double top. Now if you look at it very well, you also see that that double top is also forming at a lower time frame. You can see here the price failed to make another high, so it's rejected here, then come down, then start making some movements up again, like higher high, higher low. Let's look at 4 hour time frame to see what's going on. You can see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then it got here and make another double top. Whoa, this is very, very sweet. This is very, very sweet. So what's and this is another supply zone now. This is another supply zone. This is another supply zone here. Okay, this is a demand zone. This is another demand zone. But look at this. The price has also made a double top at a supply zone here. So it is only reasonable to sell at this point. Okay, maybe next week I will be looking to sell this pair. I will be looking to sell this pair. Okay, I will be looking to sell this pair. That's just the truth. I'll be looking to sell this pair next week. So basically, this is how to mark or deal with your supply and demand zones. Look for those areas where price got to and make a U-turn or turnaround. So you mark them and then wait for price action to display at those area, like your support, your double top, head and shoulder pattern, and all that before you take a trade. Now, as you can see, price is making some little higher high, higher low, so kind of uptrend in the lower time frame. But when it got to a certain level, it couldn't push further. It makes double top. That is our reversal price action pattern. So at that angle, even if you move this your supply zone, you will discover that it has been respected to multiple times. It has been used. It has been this is an area that has been price has been display reacting to. So now price is rejected from that area, so be expecting to see a serious drop down from here. Yeah, that's my prediction for car JPY next week. So that is how to actually handle supply and demand zones. Price trading or chart analysis is actually very simple and straightforward. Don't get it complicated. Just look at the present situation, the present supply and the present demand zones, mark them, wait for price action pattern to get there, and then take your trade. All right. So this is what I have for you today. See you next week.